Paweł from DevOps Codes Academy. Welcome after short Christmas and New Year break. I hope you enjoy your holidays, and today we can continue our studying lesson. I hope you will enjoy my improvement. I invested into microphone, so hopefully the audio while recording the screen will be much better. Today, instead of Docker, I want to do a little bit of update of creating CloudFront with static website on S3. Amazon did some improvements, and we're gonna take a look today because also some of you reported that previous solution stopped working. So I took a look and fixed that, and we will discuss how to configure it in two ways. I would like to invite you to our Facebook group, DevOps Codes Academy, where we can build our community and share with our experiences. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe our channel, and leave a comment if you like it or if you would like to request some more information. Let's jump to the console. I recommend you to take a look into the website created by Amazon. And we can see that it was updated in November last year, 2022. And there's a description about 3 ways of configuring CloudFront in front of S3 bucket. So we're gonna focus a little bit on the legacy that we have been using so far. So I also will try to fix it by migrating from OAI to OAC, Origin Access Control. We will not configure a website with anonymous public access allowed, but in the end, I will try to show you how to configure it with access restriction by referrer header, which we will configure both on S3 bucket policy and CloudFront web distribution. Okay, if you are coming here just after the first video about CloudFront, don't worry about that. There might be some different resources here. Within the next lessons, they will appear in the repository, so you can just modify the existing repo that you have. We can delete the origin access identity. We don't need it anymore. Instead of, we have origin access control. We have name, description, origin access, origin type is S3, signing behavior. And we are pointing here to the REST endpoint bucket regional domain name. We have our origin ID, and we have access control instead of access identity ID. I guess nothing much changed here in this file. We can also take a look in our working tree. So the origin access identity was removed, and we change it from S3 origin config just to an origin block. So you can take a look, see how it was before and how is it right now. And if we talk about S3, so I added policy ID and statement ID just to have more documentation. And we needed to add a condition string equals source ARN coming from the S3 distribution, our CloudFront distribution. And the principal service is CloudFront. So if we take a look also into the difference here, you will see how it looked before, how it looked right now, and we can deploy our solution. And after the bucket will be created, we will upload 2 files, and we're gonna check if this is working. And at the same time, I'm gonna start writing the code so we can migrate from the legacy way to the custom header. Okay, so let this apply go on. I will just show you that now we have origin access here instead of origin identity. our distribution is deploying, so let's wait a little bit and then we will take the DNS of it. Now nothing here, and S3 bucket, you can take a look. I was uploading before for test, so let's put our 2 files, upload. All right, our bucket should be publicly accessible. Yeah, we are not able to access the bucket directly. However, in a moment, I believe, when the distribution will be deployed, we will be able to access our files. Okay, so let's wait a little bit. So meanwhile, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get rid of the origin access, and we're gonna modify a little bit of our origin. Also, I read at some forum that we don't have to specify the default root object here, so we can get rid of it. If you want to have a little bit more secure solution, we can also do a redirect. So let me take a look here. Okay. We can do a redirect to HTTPS. That would be a small improvement for us, as we are using the default CloudFront DNS, so we can serve on HTTPS. Okay, still access denied. Let's wait a little bit. Still deploying. Okay. So if we want to migrate from the OAC to the custom header, we can get rid of this control ID, and then we can add a field, custom header, name will be referrer, and value super secret string. You can put whatever you want here, and of course we can make a local from it. We could use a random resource for that to generate a super secret string, and I think that we can even try to do this right now. So we can do a random password. We can call this a random header. We can specify the length if we want to special characters, lower, upper, numeric, minimum 1, 1, 1. So we can use something like this. And then we can refer here to random password result. And we will have a random password here. And later on we will refer to the same value in the bucket policy in a minute. Okay. And let's see if this will allow us to Terraform FMT, Terraform validate. Okay, we have to do Terraform init because we have a new provider, random. And we see that we have a random version 3 for 3. refer to it here. See, that was HashiCorp random, right? Not AWS. Exactly. Okay. Have Terraform plan, and let's see how it's gonna be. And if we go back to our CloudFront distribution, we see it's already enabled. And before it was denied because the bucket policy was not created yet. So let's refresh here. And voila, we have our CloudFront, and you can see that the image is downloading for the first time. And if we open this once again, should be much faster, maybe a little bit. Once again. Maybe not. Anyway, that's our CloudFront distribution working in front of S3 bucket. So we will not still bucket directly is restricted. So we will not delete our resources. We will just modify them. Okay. So our plan is showing that we will have a new custom header password, and we will have some changes. So the origin will be destroyed, that's okay. And we will, bucket policy will be updated, CloudFront origin. And we will have origin. It will be marked as sensitive because of this password. So it's up to us, but I think it's a good idea to have this restricted. And let's go to the S3 bucket where we're gonna update the policy. So instead of service, we will use here a wildcard because the bucket will be publicly accessible. But we will have a string like, so it doesn't have to be equal, and we will get the value variable here, and the value will be our random password custom header result. Okay. Let's see what will happen with the plan right now. You can find all of it in the document that I provide to you. And it's a manual instruction also how to make it in the web console. There are bucket policies, there are conditions, examples here of the bucket policies. Okay. Right. Let's try to perform an apply here. So if the bucket will be updated first, the bucket policy, I believe that we will lose access to it. Still being used. Let's take a look. What happened here? Custom origin. Let's do reapply. If there will be a problem, probably we will leave the control origin. Origin ID is here. Okay. And one more thing that we will have to change here is website endpoint. That's one thing. And for the CDN, so let's leave that. Since that we can CloudFront distribution, access control, origin. Okay, let's go back. When I was testing that solution, I was able to remove that access control, but okay. Let's go step by step. Sometimes programmatic access requires from us to do not do all the changes. It's website endpoint underscore. Okay, so we're gonna change the bucket policy and we're gonna change the origin, the CloudFront, I mean. Origin, domain name, origin ID. I guess that we will have to do a DevOps code origin S3 web. Okay. That might happen just because we are migrating. If we're gonna create from the scratch the new solution, everything should be okay. But I want to show you that sometimes we try to do some changes and we can have some problem with it. Okay, so now we have a problem with the website endpoint. AWS S3 bucket. So we have S3 bucket, my bucket. We have website configuration. All right. Origin, domain name, website endpoint, origin ID, custom header, or maybe we have to try, let's add this custom origin config. Let's see what will show us right now. Oopsie. Let's do one more trial. And looks like it's working right now. So what we were missing this custom origin config, because we are now migrating from the REST endpoint to the website endpoint. And it is also quite crucial thing. If we go and take a look, remember if it was, yeah, we can find the key difference here. And I met this issue while I was implementing some React application on the S3 bucket, that it was working on REST while you just enter the root path and all the buttons were redirecting. However, while you were refreshing the page, the routing was not working, and it was because of this REST API. So if you are deploying some more complicated website, I really recommend you to go and take a look. The difference between REST API and the website API, and also you will see that there are different endpoints for that. And if I find, let me take a look. If I can find the page, I will also give it to you. Yeah, that's the one. So you can also find this Amazon Simple Storage Service endpoints and quotas, and you will see all the endpoints for all regions, right? So you will see the standard endpoints for different regions, and you will also see the website endpoints, and you have to pay attention because some of them they have dashes, and I think some of them they had somewhere yeah, you can see here S3 website dash, and some region has S3 website dot. So there are some difference, but if we are using reference via Terraform resources, everything should be okay. Let's give it a minute until it's modified, and I will come back to you when it's working. So now the bucket should be still not accessible. Our CloudFront is still working, and let's ensure that there's no caching. Yeah, I believe that it was already updated, and we can see if we are sending, not sure, but we can take a look if our headers are sending request headers, and we have referrals sent here, but so we will not see it probably. Okay, but that's where we can take a look into headers. So the header is sent between the CloudFront and S3 bucket, right? And here what we see, this is what's going on between our computer and CloudFront distribution. Yeah, still working, and everything is updated right now. All right, guys, so hopefully this lesson brings you some value. So we did updates on our deployed infrastructure, let's say, the code that we already prepared. I really wanted to record that because at some point I believe it's not good when you go via a playlist and suddenly the solution is not working, however it was before. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna uncomment my changes to keep the Git history on my repo. VPC, and I'm gonna, okay, so we have changes in Terraform log because we have new provider, random. The origin, we can add web, we don't have to, I believe. It's up to you. And yeah, let's try to, one more thing, to have it clean. Before we finish, let's try to remove that access control. I believe now it should be able to remove because it's no more connected to the CloudFront distribution. Or maybe it is. No, what we have here, Terraform. What happened here? Terraform log. Okay. Terraform plan. Okay, changes that you can see, it's because I implemented a linter, which is automatically adding some white spaces. We can have another lesson how to configure automatic linters, etc. And we see 25 to add, 1 to destroy. So we can perform Terraform apply target. And let's find the one that it's gonna be destroyed. That's the one. Thanks to this, we can interact with one resource. However, usually we do apply for all, but in this particular case, it's a nice thing to have. Okay, and now the extraction is completed. That's good. That's good. Terraform format. Just double check if everything is okay. I will do commit. Everything should be fine, no comments left. Okay, hopefully from updating CloudFront with S3, git push. Sorry for pushing to master. Okay, we have it. And of course, Terraform destroy in the end of the lesson. Hopefully that you like that. Please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Go to our Facebook group, DevOps Codes Academy. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in a comment or send us a message. And see you in the next lesson.